So I couldn't find anything to crochet a monokuma plush on YouTube. So I decided I could make my own video. Yeah, I used a tutorial I found on YouTube by Sharon Ojala. I think that's how you say it. I'll link it below so you could follow it along because I'm not gonna put the instructions in this video. I'm just gonna show my process more than a tutorial. So what you'll need is obviously a crocheting hook, black, white, and red yarn. Don't follow my mistake. Make sure all the yarn is like the same type. My white and black yarn was two different types, so I think my black yarn was thicker than my white yarn, so that if you want to make your own, don't do that. I'm going to show you how to do it properly first because I made a huge mistake because I didn't understand how to switch the colors. So first you're going to want to make a magic circle or whatever it's called, magic ring, and then you chain. The chain doesn't count as a stitch. Since it calls for 6 stitches, I'm going to do 3 of black and 3 of white. Hold the white string along the base of what I'm working with. So I did 3 black single crochets. Once you get 2 single black crochets, your third one, instead of completing it, instead of using a black string, I hope this makes sense. Instead of using the black string to close up, you're gonna switch to white one. It's really easy. You just switch it, like you move black one down and use the white one instead, so that I don't know, so you can have that little loop, so that the loop on your hook is white instead of black. Then you can do 2 full white single crochets. I did 3 and I'll show you why. So then you're gonna pull the black string, the short one that's not connected to the ball, so you could like tighten the circle. It's kind of difficult because there's 2 different strings, but if you pull the string and see which one tightens and then pull that one so the looser string gets tightened, if that makes sense. So once you get it tightened, I'm gonna undo half of the 3rd white single crochet and switch it so that the loop on my string is black instead of white. And I just find this easier to do it like this because so you can like pull the circle tight. And that's how you're supposed to do it. Or that's how I think you should do it. Right now I'm doing the tail instead of the body, so it's gonna be different, but this is like what you should do. So you just go in each one, right? And you, depending on which color you're doing, that's the string. And then you have to keep the other string tight to the thing. That's the mistake I made when I originally tried to use this method, because I didn't understand that you had to hold the string tight. And I made a huge mess. So as you can see, the black string was not tight to the thing, if you can see it. Sorry, my camera. But yeah, I was just crocheting normally without holding the black string tight to the, and there you see I tied it. And it doesn't look that good on the outside or inside. It's, just don't tie it. Anyways, make sure to use a stitch marker. Don't get the short strings confused with the long strings. For crocheting 2 stitches together, you do the same thing, do it on a front stitch, and just try to keep the other string close to the thing. Like once again, put it into your stitch. You can see how much neater it looks now. And to tie it off, you just tie them both separately, and then after I did the head, I put the one eyeball thing, and before I stuffed it, I tried to stitch the other eye on, like the M-shaped eye. It was kind of difficult, but I used the red yarn and my yarn needle, and I just tried to make it into a shape of an M, and I used a reference, so that would probably help a lot. But yeah, just do the best you can. I didn't do the best job, but I did the best I could. So then after that, you want to stuff the head. So then I just finished up the body.
I am Hajime Hinata!
And here's an important part, is this tummy. So you want to make a circle, you wrap around your finger twice and hold it with your pointer and thumb. Once again, you go 32 on the bottom and pull it through and make a chain one. And that chain does not count as a stitch. Then I single crocheted 6. Then on row 2, 2 single crochets in each stitch. So then I had a total of 12. And sorry, I didn't film this part very well, but I did 2 stitches full of double stitches. So like in 2 times in a row, I put 2 stitches in each stitch. Then I did 4 regular single crochets, and then I did it once again, 2 stitches in 1 stitch 2 times in a row. So then that'd be 4 stitches in just 2 stitches, if that makes sense. And then I single crocheted 4 times again till I got back to the top. Then I slip stitched and fastened off. And just make sure that for like the tail and stuff to cut short strings shorter so that they fit. So in the end, I have 1 black hand, 1 white hand, 1 black foot, 1 white foot, snout, a tail, and a tummy. Obviously make sure to match up the white side with the white side and the black side with the black side. And I guess pin them in place and sew them on. So I got the tail, the arms, and the legs on. It looks a little weird, but so for the ears, make sure to stick the short strings into the ear so it is easier to sew. And then I pin the ears in place and sew them on. Then for the little X on the tummy, I took some black string and a regular needle. The side with the strings, the shorter string sticking out, is the back, so that's the side that's going to be against the stomach. And to make sure it's in the oval shape, so that it's like up and down instead of side to side. So then I took the string and I went through the very center. There's like a little hole there. Go to each side till you make an X shape. After I did that, I went from top to bottom across it, so like it looked a little more straight. But just do that a few times and it should build up the width. And make sure to not get stuck in the back. I got stuck a few times on the yarn strings. And then you take the short string and you push it through the whole stomach until it comes out the bag, to just hold it in place, I guess. Then you take the longer string and then you use that to sew the tummy onto it. And then you just, tie off and stick it through the doll and then cut it. So then it's like hidden inside the doll. Then I did the snout and I just followed the tutorial again and I guess sewed it on. Oh yeah, and like the tutorial also shows how to do like the little nose and mouth. I was gonna do the smile, but then I wasn't very sure how I would do it, and I think it looks cuter like this. Like, it isn't as accurate, but I think it looks cute, like more simplified. I might do it later when I'm like more skilled at this type of stuff, but you can do what you want. So yeah, this is it finished. I think it came out okay besides the fact I messed up the head because I didn't know how to crochet properly. And yeah, it looks kind of ugly in the back, but it's decent enough in the front. And it's a little lopsided, but that's okay. I like it. And I think it turned out pretty cute. It isn't very accurate looking, but it's cute enough. I think I like it. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry if this is too confusing. I tried my best. I'm sorry.